This is Bernie Cargile coming to you from quarantine at Travis Air Force Base. We're all doing well. But I do want to talk to you today about a disease that is sweeping across our land. In fact, it has affected and continues to infect millions of people worldwide. I'm not talking about coronavirus. I'm talking about what-if-itis. What-if-itis? What if I get sick? What if I can't work? What if I run out of toilet paper? You see, what-if-itis, it's deadly. And the interesting thing about it is you don't even have to be around someone that's got it to contract it. You can actually get what-if-itis from your television set. Just watch the news and hear all the what ifs. What if this happens? What if that happens? And you'll catch it real quick. And it will steal your peace of mind. What-if-itis will destroy your hope and take the joy right out of your life. You know, in the Old Testament, in the book of Numbers, in the Bible, God had told his people they would go in and take possession of the promised land. He had already given this land to them and said, it is yours, take possession of it. But first he told them, go in and spy out the land. So we sent in 12 spies to spy out the land, and they came back and they said, wow, this land is amazing, but there are giants in that land, and what if we can't take them? They're bigger than we are, and we better not go in and take possession of the land. They had a bad case of what-if-itis, but two of those spies said, yeah, they're giants in the land, but our God is bigger than those giants, and he's promised us that land. And those giants are like little teeny ants to him, and we can take possession of it. Well, the problem was the people didn't listen to those two spies, and the 10 spies, and along with the rest of the people, were not allowed to enter the land. Now, we do the same thing, and I'm not trying to, I realize that we all get what-if-itis at times. I get it, but there's a cure for it too. And the cure is that, well, let me say this first. When you have what-if-itis, it always makes your fears look and feel bigger than they actually are. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can take fog, that's a blanket of fog that can cover city blocks, entire city blocks. It can, shut down air traffic, and it is comprised of 60 billion tiny water droplets. But if you concentrate them all together, you know how much water there is? Less than a glass. You take a glass of water and it can really shut down business and air traffic in a city. And that's what-if-itis does. We can take our fears and go, what if this, what if that, what? And pretty soon we are socked in with fog. Now, I said there's a cure for it, and the cure really is this, and that is focus on God and his promises instead of on our fears. Because what-if-itis comes down to is this, is what if God doesn't come through for us? In the Old Testament, in the book of Psalms, in Psalm 94 and verse 19, King David he wasn't king at the time, he was being pursued by enemies, and he said this, he said, when my anxious thoughts multiply within me, your consolations delight my soul. David had all kinds of anxious thoughts. He had all kinds of what-ifs, just like we do. And he said, I pause and I let your consolations delight my soul. I want you to do something for a minute. Just take a breath for a moment. Breathe in God's power and breathe out your fears. Just take a moment. I want to recommend, there's an app that you can get for free. It's called Pause, P-A-U-S-E, by John Eldredge. And what it does is it just takes you, just slows you down for a moment where you can just pause and give your fears to God. It's a guided meditation. Because I think that's really what we need to do. The cure for what-if-itis is simple. It's not focusing on our what-ifs. It's focusing on our God. Thank God that he is bigger than all our fears. God bless you, and I'll be back tomorrow.